During my first 6 months monetized on YouTube, I have officially made over... I've been monetized on YouTube for 6 months now, and a big question I used to ask myself is how the heck do people on YouTube make money? Well, today I'm going to be sharing with you all the dirty details of exactly how much YouTube is paying me, as well as what it took for me to get here. Let's go! If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Allie, and I am both a YouTuber and a cruise ship crew member. Yes, believe it or not, this is where I live the majority of the year, and that is how I've ended up in Bermuda today. If you're familiar with my channel, a lot of you guys have been very curious about my income when it comes to ships, but since my YouTube channel revenue is now very closely related to that, today we're going to be taking a deep dive into that. Personally, I think financial transparency like this is very helpful, and if not helpful, interesting. So buckle up because we're going to be getting into the numbers. When it comes down to getting paid by YouTube to make videos, it is more often than not a very grueling process to get to that point. Personally, I have found YouTube to be one of the slowest growing social media platforms out there. I have wanted to be a YouTube partner for years. If you're unfamiliar with the YouTube Partnership Program, let me give you a quick summary. This is the program that confirms you're eligible to be paid by YouTube. But the thing is, they don't just let anybody join. You do have to meet very specific requirements, and it can take quite some time to meet said requirements. To show that you as a creator are a bit more serious about your content creation, there's two main ones. First things first, you need to have a minimum of 1,000 subscribers. On top of that, you need to have a minimum number of watch hours. And there's two different options for this depending on if you focus on short form videos or long form videos. If it's for shorts, you need to have 1 million views in the last 90 days. Whereas if you focus on long form content, you need to have 4,000 watch hours in the past year. And let me tell you, whether or not you're hearing these numbers and don't think that is a lot, when you're starting from zero, it is a lot. It is a lot. The beginning of my content creation journey started when I was actually in about middle school. This is when I first started taking a liking to editing, but I didn't actually post my first travel vlog or post anything on YouTube until 2017. My very first vlog is very cringy. It is from my solo trip to South Korea. I had just bought my camera and I was painfully shy, but if you want a good chuckle, I've recently made it public after it's been private for years. If I had stayed in Japan, I think I would have been able to sustain and grow my channel a little bit more efficiently, but when I went home, I actually leaned more into my professional dance career and I no longer had time to travel, or breathe for that matter. So because I was mainly focusing on my dance career, my account on YouTube was actually pretty sparse for about 4 years. It actually wasn't until 2022 that I decided to actually buckle down and commit myself to YouTube, and believe it or not, this is when I started my first cruise contract. Woohoo! It was at this point that I knew I was re-entering the travel world for good. So I just told myself that I have to be committed to this journey. Like, I need to get that 4,000 watch hours. At this particular point, I had nowhere near that amount, but I knew that if I kept with it and I really just dedicated my time and effort, then I could eventually get there. And you know what? Eventually we did get there. And since then, I've made so much more money than I ever even thought was possible in just my first 6 months. But you know, guys, let me tell you, working on a cruise ship and being a YouTuber is interesting. I love it because I love video creation and capturing my memories, but one thing that is not included when you work on a ship is the Wi-Fi. We do get WhatsApp for free, but if you want actual access to the internet, it costs $3.99 per hour. And even when you do buy it, it's just not super strong because we're in the middle of the ocean. So naturally, I spend a lot of time using Wi-Fi while we're in port. Luckily for me, we go to Bermuda all the time and they have tons of free public Wi-Fi. And personally, I use the Surfshark VPN, which also happens to be today's sponsor. If you're like me, whenever I go to hotels, cafes, or restaurants, I am always hopping on the free Wi-Fi train. But I do think it's important to know that by doing so, it does come with a price. Honestly, I don't know why more people don't know this, but literally anyone can tap into open and unencrypted networks. Personally, when I'm on the beach in Bermuda uploading my videos, the last thing that I really want to be worrying about is some creeper around the corner hacking into my private information like my photos, my banking details, etc. I've been using Surfshark VPN for a while now, and thankfully they've been able to help protect me against all these things and much more. A lot of people know that by using a VPN, you can access other countries' streaming service offerings. They have so many great packages, and there's even a full 30-day money-back guarantee. And the best part is I actually do have a code as well. If you use my promo code Ali, you'll get a full additional 3 months free. I used to be a little suspect of VPNs myself, but honestly there's no harm in trying with the money back guarantee, so give Surfshark a try today. So even though during my first contract I was committing myself more to my videos and trying to be a bit more consistent, I was still nowhere meeting the qualifications for actually getting monetized. So that didn't actually happen until the rehearsal period from my second contract. So by the time I was monetized, we were doing rehearsals in Miami. We were about 1 month in, and I could just see the watch hours creeping up to 4,000, and I was just so excited for that day to come. I remember I was just walking around the FIU campus trying to see what had happened, and I had been accepted for the YouTube partnership program, and I saw my first revenue on March 8th, 2023. And that revenue was 7 cents. So I know 7 cents is not exciting in the slightest, but at that time, I literally was so elated. Before that, I could have never even imagined a period where I was getting paid for my videos that I was already making because I just enjoy making videos. So just to have a couple pennies, I literally was over the moon, and I knew that this was just like the beginning, and every little milestone is so important. So that 7 cents is my favorite 7 cents that I probably will ever earn. So thankful to be here. It's a good day. So next we're going to be taking a closer look at my analytics, how much money I've been making, as well as my views and all that kind of stuff, just as it's changed through the months. So like I mentioned, I started in March, so even though I've been making videos for a lot longer than March, it wasn't until, here it is, March 8th that I made that first 7 cents, a very exciting day. So as I went through March, you can see that I don't really get over $5 during this time. And then going into April, you can see that it's about the same amount all throughout the month. And then there was actually a point where my account got disabled from being monetized. Ooh, $0. So this was around the time that I was signing on to the ship. I was doing a lot of rehearsals, so I just didn't notice that I wasn't making money at this time. So I didn't get it fixed again until May 16th. So it kind of seems like a big jump, but I think these shorts that I had posted earlier kind of started to get a lot of traction. During this time, I wasn't really posting long form content at all because I was really busy, like I said, with all the rehearsals and everything, but it was starting to pay off because shorts are such a great way to grow right now. You can see going into May, I started to surpass the double digits, which was again a big deal for me, like making $54 a day. This was huge, and this is mainly based on shorts as well. But yeah, it's been really crazy to see the growth and the revenue changes on my channel. And that kind of brings me to a quick point I would like to make, which is shorts versus long form content. Obviously, YouTube has relatively recently integrated YouTube shorts, and they're becoming a bigger thing. Although they don't make as much money, it is such a great way to have your content exposed to a lot of people quickly, and should they pick up traction, it could really contribute to the overall growth of the channel, which I think is really neat. But next I'm going to be breaking down which videos are making how much money, just so we can really put to the test shorts or long form content. What's more lucrative? Let's see. Starting off with number 5, and it is long form. So this is what it's really like working on a cruise ship. I published it on August 26, 2022, and when I first posted it, I got 0 traction. This was around the time when I didn't have any followers or anything. It didn't really start picking up any speed until like that projection of my channel once I started posting the shorts this year. When I first got monetized, because it's a long form video, I was making some pennies over here, and then around here was when one of my first videos went viral, and it just went on this upward slope of making up to $42.94 per day. Like I mentioned, I really love long form videos. Like that is where my heart lies. So it's really cool to like actually have my long form videos seen by people. So this contributes to 6.5% of my revenue for my channel, and with a total of $534.66. So next is top 4 on my list, and it is a short. So this is one of my first shorts that ever went viral, and it's kind of crazy that it's even in my top 4, like in comparison to long form content. So I posted this video on May 6th, and it started to kind of pick up
relatively quickly. Like I mentioned, shorts are not meant to bring in that much money. So I'm surprised that this is even in my top 5. This is a short that I made about
I work on a cruise ship and life is very strange right now because we are in a wet dock.
This is the video that I noticed that I wasn't making money anymore because of the account disabling thing. So you can see that there was $0 coming in, even though those views were coming up. But eventually I figured it out and bam, $14 a day. In total, this short has received 7,390,521 views. And then the total estimated revenue is $563.01. All of that, crazy. Moving on to number 3, this is a long form video. So this is actually a pretty recent upload for me. I uploaded it on August 22nd, 2023, which was actually just about a month ago from when I'm filming this. And it has received a fair amount of views pretty quick, which is really exciting for me.
I work on a cruise ship and a super common question I get is, where does the crew live?
This is the cabin that I'm in right now. So yep, all fine and dandy. So you can see that the peak is 21,446 views, and on that day I made $143.63. The proportion to views to revenue is just so starkly different from shorts to long form video, as you can see from like the last example. It's pretty crazy. In total, this video has made 116,541 views, and for estimated revenue it is $763.30. This is all like super exciting for me, and I've only posted it a month ago. So it's pretty cool that it's just like here for people to see, and going forward as well, like this video can only continue to make money, so yay. And now we are on to number 2. So this is my cruise ship cruise sign-on day, aka the day you move into your new floating home. So this was the day that I signed on to this contract, and that was a video that I really enjoyed making. And I posted it about a month or 2 after I signed on the ship, because obviously I had to sign on and then edit the video. One of those shorts had gone viral and it just started to skyrocket, which was crazy. That's like another video I never really imagined getting like a whole ton of traction. So the fact that people have been able to see it is like really exciting for me. On the peak day, I had 17,948 views, which earned me $60.64. This is like a record at this point for how many views my long form videos have gotten. And for revenue, this is my first video that broke the thousands. So I have made an estimated $1,040.04. Again, mind-blowing. And now it is time for the number 1 spot reveal. So, like I mentioned, there's the whole like what makes the most money, long form, short form. Well, my number 1 video is indeed a short form video. This video is literally 28 seconds long, and it has made the most out of any of my videos. So I posted this one in June of this year. So this video financially does not surpass the last one by much. But at this point, it had 13,232,893 views. And then the estimated revenue for this during the 6-month duration has been $1,057.32. And that's only like $17 off from my last video. But it's so crazy to compare like 300,000 views to 13 million views, and the money is about the same. So even though the long form video does make better money, because I've been able to have the reach of the shorts, a short still ended up being my top video. At the end of the 6 months, even though my number 1 video was a short, between the shorts and the long form videos, I actually made more money doing the long form videos than the shorts. So my shorts have made $3,818.47, whereas my long form videos have made $4,448.61. Just like look at the difference between the views. So you can see that for these shorts, but the RPM is 8 cents, whereas the long form videos, but the RPM is $3.80. And now for the grand total for the full 6 months is $8,267.08. So personally, I think that is crazy. Like going from making nothing on YouTube and like just doing this for fun because I love to create and share, to actually being able to see actual tangible money is crazy. Like being monetized on YouTube, like at some point for me did feel like something that just was not attainable at all. But when you really like stick to something and you commit yourself and your energy to a goal, like it is possible. Like I never imagined that this was possible. I had wanted to be here where I am today for so many years, and it's just really crazy to now be here. And I think that this kind of like financial transparency is really interesting. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this video interesting and you'd like to see more travel content or anything about me, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!